What is a clear sign of intelligence that if you notice? Many studies found that the baseline pupil size is strongly correlated with intelligence, curiosity, and the ability to hold multiple, opposing ideas simultaneously are also good signs of intelligence often ignored, especially the latter. Low intellectual potential specimens are often not able to hold many opposing ideas simultaneously. Thus, what they do hold is full of contradictions. They don't notice. It's also easy to see how this inability results in hypocritical behavior. Noping out of a situation. I saw a few people who just left a scenario first without saying a word while I was trying to figure out how to say it wouldn't work. They'd not only figured this won't work first, but also that everyone else was talking over each other trying to make it work their way, and there was no point saying to anyone. They make others around them more intelligent. They can explain things over and over in different ways until the person trying to understand finally gets it. That shows both a deep understanding on the subject from multiple point of views and also an awareness of the fact that everyone processes information differently. People who say I don't know, but I can find out, are then not precious about needing to be seen to know all the answers, i.e. secure in their intellect. Indeed, they are confident that they have the skills, knowledge to find out the answer. See, they can use their own initiative. I'm gonna go with something different here. Mispronouncing difficult words, but using them correctly in a sentence. It means that they know the word and what it means, but don't know how it's pronounced because they haven't heard it, they've only seen it in books. Who can tell people are taking the time to formulate the best way to communicate an idea rather than spit something out that sounds put together, but doesn't encompass exactly what they wanted to convey. Quiet, or presented with new information is processing through that. And remaining quiet as the thoughts form shows not only intelligence, but maturity to understand that's the right choice in those moments. Extreme confidence without arrogance seems to be indicative quite often. People who are condescending and who act like they're smarter than others tend to be inflating themselves to make up for how dumb they really feel. The ability of shutting up, process the information given, and then give a response. People always rush for a response, but these responses are always, it's like so clear they didn't hear half your words. Not flaunting anything expensive that you own, any status that you may have, accomplishments, or anything that would be considered desirable. Being very private is a sign of high intelligence IMO. From personal experience, I'd say a lot of people with high intelligence do quite often lack common sense. Not sure why this happens because I lack the intelligence to work it out. Pausing after you offer an alternative opinion on a matter. Actually considering the new information. Not seeking to win but understand. Also being able to just disagree. The ability to entertain a thought without believing it. If you cannot try to understand all sides of an argument, you will not be able to make cogent counter-arguments. The ability to have a two-way conversation about something you disagree on without getting angry or attacking people. Also, the ability to agree to disagree. Problem solving, they are adept at tackling challenging problems, often approaching them from multiple angles to find creative solutions. When someone can be witty and funny, but when the talks turn serious, they sit back and observe and only state their opinion when asked. Not boiling down complex situations, arguments into black and white good bad answers, and seeing them for what they are, complex issues. Admitting you don't know and being willing to learn. Some people are proud of their ignorance, or they refuse to say they don't know. Not answering this question at all. Any given answers will be a quality that the poster possess, thus blinding their objectivity. Being open to new ideas on important issues. Nobody who's smart will dig their heels in when presented with new evidence. A subtle yet telling sign of intelligence is enjoying the silence sometimes. The smartest response is no response at all. Instead of rambling, they'll say I wouldn't be able to give an educated answer to that when they didn't know something. Spatial reasoning, like knowing how to put things in a suitcase. so they fit or packing a trunk for a vacation. A wise person can figure out how to get out of a situation where an intelligent person doesn't end up in. Listening, and not only listening to find a gap to put your 2 cents in, but listening out of curiosity. Don't see this written here yet, but looking around with your eyes instead of turning your head. Being able to admit you were wrong about something and curious enough to want to learn more. Small, punctual references that require a fair level of understanding on multiple subjects. Not getting distracted by sensory pleasures, focused and determined on the goal absolutely. The ability to search for truth despite what the majority or those in their tribe think. That look of you don't get it, and the passion in their conversation disappears. Admitting how much you don't know or understand instead of focusing on what you do know. Eye contact, and when you can tell they're really listening to what you're saying. The ability to treat others who have differing political opinions with respect. Being able to change opinions after discovering new information on a matter. A sharp sense of humor, with clever observations and unique point of view. Someone that likes peace and tranquility, rather than answer everything. Fast understanding of complex situations, whether logical or emotional. I think patience seems to indicate a broad spectrum of intelligence. Maturity definitely. Not exactly IQ to the point, but still. Knowing when to open your mouth and when to keep it shut. A plexiglass billboard with intelligence written on it. Not giving an opinion on something they don't understand. The ability to explain a complex subject in simple terms. If they're stuck on something and ask for help, a hint. Sense of humor, often written off as being flippant.